Alright, kind of response video to that How the World Works guy on foreign policy stuff, which is really kind of gnarly and complex, but anyway, we'll see what happens. But first, an announcement in the whole subject of peacekeeping and peacemaking and all that kind of crap. I did manage to unblock the 1,400 people that were blocked. So yeah, some guy, you can see it on my channel page, he posted a script that you could use to unblock 20 or 30 people at a time, and it really worked well, so I got through them really quick. And so everybody's unblocked, but no guarantees. I mean, if you're just going to be a jackass, then you're going to get blocked again. Really just think about it. I mean, if you don't, if you don't see Mike, if you're going to comment 30 times worse than the worst comment I've ever posted on somebody else's video, then we're really not going to have much. We're not going to communicate in comments. So I wouldn't waste your time with just the really stupid, idiotic stuff. Be a little bit clever, and you can last a while. Because I'm not going to pull the trigger fast, but I'm still going to pull the trigger. So just don't be an asshole. I mean, is it really that hard not to be an asshole? So anyway, all right, on to the How the World Works video. I just play a portion of it. It was really a long video just trashing the United Nations and any kind of whatever. I mean, just stupid. But anyway, here's a little bit of it.
Second, that North Korea got a missile and was threatening to launch it, we should have bombed the missile site, period. And I know the left is going to say, well, that's not fair. How come we can have nukes if North Korea can't? Because I don't trust North Korea, okay? They shouldn't be trusted. Their entire country is built on a prison. But if you think I'm wrong, if you think we should allow North Korea and anyone who wants to have a nuclear weapon, or you think we should all just voluntarily say, we're not going to have nuclear weapons anymore, leave a comment at the bottom and let me know.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, that's not the answer. I mean, if the answer is going to be whoever has the most power will get to decide who's right and who's wrong, well, that's not a very intelligent solution, is it? I mean, there should be some sort of process in place that allows for some sort of competition of ideas, some sort of international democracy of some kind, some sort of human race democracy. I mean, you should support that kind of idea. At least let's try that first. At least try to go through some sort of, method of conflict resolution that has some hope of being reasonable, but just to say whoever invents the nuke first wins, or whoever does this first wins, is kind of stupid. I mean, if some other nation comes up with some kind of super weapon that just makes nuclear weapons obsolete almost, what do they now? They rule the world, and you're going to say fine with that? You're going to just sit back and say, yes, you tell us what to do? I don't think so. It's just a stupid definition of who's right and who's wrong. Should not be who has the most money and power. The definition has to be something better than that. And maybe it's just a practical matter. We've sort of got to declare that the borders that exist now are going to be protected internationally, and the only way they're going to be screwed with is through some sort of process to get them changed that has something to do with something other than people dying and blowing shit up, because that's not a solution to the problem. You're not going to stop North Korea's technology by shooting down one of their missiles or shooting down or blowing up a missile site. They have the technology. All right, so the horse is already out of the barn. There's no point in shooting the horse. It just doesn't get you anywhere. They have the barn. They can produce more horses. So all you're doing is being provocative. All you're doing is asking for an aggressive response. You're just looking for an excuse to create some kind of Cuban Missile Crisis or some other you're just pushing us towards a cliff. We don't need to be pushed any closer to the damn cliff. We already have enough things pushing us towards the cliff. So why get hysterical about this? Do you really think North Korea is going to attack the United States of America, invade it, kill the 90% of the population? I mean, you really think that's going to happen? So just grow up. You can't solve problems with, this stupid "we're right, you're wrong, we're gonna blow you up" bullshit. You might want to get away with it with Gaddafi or something, but you're not going to get away with it with North Korea. And you don't even want to try to get away with it just because of the volatility of the circumstance. I mean, you fuck with North Korea the wrong way, and they're going to fuck with South Korea the wrong way. And then you're just going to start something we don't need to start. Another international war? Who the fuck needs this shit? So shut up. Really. You think you're helping the human race by this buffoon attitude? Like, let's just club everything to death? The club's not going to work. You got to come up with better fucking answers. If the United Nations is corrupt, then try to make it uncorrupt. Try to fix it. All right? Argue to fix it. Persuade people that it needs fixing. Give them a plan to fix it. Change the voting circumstances. Change the way the international democracy is weighted. Come up with some sort of plan that's going to do something productive for the human race. But we've already been there and done that with this violence thing. And in this technologically advancing society, your violence answer is the solution to failure. I mean, if you want to figure out a way to fail, yes, just pull the violence card out of your pocket, and that will be failure in the future. We're going to have to come up with better fucking answers, a lot better than those simple idea that we can just beat them up, because it just isn't going to work anymore. I mean, it's just too dangerous. Everybody's a loaded weapon, and it just isn't going to work. So that's my 2 cents on it. So kind of it's an impossible subject, this whole international intrigue crapola, because there's so much crap going on behind the scenes. Everybody's just buying and selling influence all over the place. The hypocrisy is just grotesque. We're being financed, $2 trillion. The Chinese are buying $2 trillion worth of American bonds. Why? Because they want to prop up our economy so we buy more of their crap. I mean, it's just, the game playing is just disgusting. So anyway, whatever, enough said. So it's not a great subject to make much out of, but this stupid knee-jerk, they're wrong, I'm right kind of crap is just, it's not very bright foreign policy. Yeah, enough said. So thank you very much. The end of the video.